You take things too much to heart. He was only a stupid waiter, for heaven's sake.
You won't be the last one to mistake me for your mother.
So what's wrong with that? You wouldn't be the only mother with an ugly daughter. Oh, come on. We were having such a good time before this happened. Why get upset? I'm not embarrassed to be in your company.
Aren't you?
No.
Then why haven't you told your parents about us?
Subjects never come up, that's all. I'd tell them if they asked. It's just not something you can throw into general conversation, is it? You don't believe me, do you? Well, say something, for God's sake.
I think we should end this now before we both get hurt.
But why? Just because some idiot made a crack about our age difference?
Oh, there's more differences than that.
There are in all relationships. It's what we feel for each other that counts, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Then stop seeing problems that aren't there. Please.
Morning, Terry.
Good morning, Mrs. Reynolds. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. You?
Fine, thank you. I don't suppose you're carrying any concealed weapons?
I'd rather you checked everyone who comes in.
I'm sorry, I just feel embarrassed having to search my boss, that's all.
Don't be, it's procedure. And would you also make sure that all the prisoners' mails checked today? Some's been going through without even being opened.
But I check everything that comes through.
I'm not saying you're responsible. Just keep an eye on it, would you?
Yes. Before you go, sorry, can you remember if you signed 20 passes or 19 yesterday?
20, why?
Well, Bob said he was only given 19.
So you're saying a security pass may have gone missing?
Yes.
It could be a problem, couldn't it? I gave them to Meg when I'd signed them. See if she knows anything about it, would you?
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't care for your lives any longer. If my valuables offend you so much, why don't you get yourself moved to another door?
Well, why should I? It's my dorm and I like it. You get moved.
The way you're feeding things for me, you won't have anything left to move.
I told you I haven't taken any of your junk.
Where are my bath pearls?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you get the bloody council to investigate it or something?
What's the point? You're the only one who could have taken them.
For the last time, I haven't.
Come on, you two. You'll have the screws down on us in a minute.
Well, I'm sorry, Nora, but I'm not going to stand here and be called a Peter thief by that wench.
You are being a bit hard on her, aren't you? Anyone could have snuck in and taken them.
Of course, anyone who's determined to make my life an ongoing misery.
Wouldn't it be easier for the council to solve this?
She's probably got you all bribed.
What's going on? Get up and get on with your roster duties, Patterson.
Oh, it's all right, Miss Ferguson. She just got ahead of us and didn't want to be standing round waiting.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you better get on with it, hadn't you? And the rest of you. You'll be on a charge.
Well, I've only done the balance sheets for the last 2 months, but that's the discrepancy amount so far.
Quite a substantial sum, isn't it?
Do you want me to go further back?
See if you can pinpoint when these dual payments started, would you?
Right.
Oh, and would you take these files and put them away for me, please? I must say I'm impressed at the amount of work they're doing in the laundry at the moment. I suppose I've got Nora to thank for that.
Yeah, Nora's got a way of getting people to do what she wants them to.
Maybe she can go further with the schooling. Or you, for that matter. We could organise education courses, you know.
Yeah, maybe. Did you know that Nora's organised an essay writing competition to see who'd be best to work on the paper?
No, I didn't. It's a very good idea.
Yeah, that way nobody feels left out.
Yes, I suspect Nora's got the psychology of being top dog well and truly worked out already.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really clumsy.
Don't worry, I'll give you a hand.
Does this belong in this file or the other one?
Neither, actually, but I'm glad you found it. Thank you very much.
It's all right.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, what's wrong?
Well, look at us. Here we are playing the big heavies in uniform, and when we go home, it's so different.
Shh, Terry.
There's no one around.
Oh, you never know.
Don't be so paranoid.
I'm not. It's just that... Well, it doesn't hurt to be careful.
Yes, Joan, if anyone does find out, we're just living together, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh. Well, it's just that... Oh, you know.
All right, back to playing the heavies.
Simmons?
Yes. You must be Harriet Formby.
Mrs. Formby?
Yeah. Pity. I had fond hopes of calling you Auntie Harriet. Do sit down, Mrs. Formby.
I prefer to stand.
Oh, whatever makes you happiest.
I'm not here to chat, Mr. Simmons. You phoned me with some supposed information concerning my mother. I'm here to clear up any misunderstanding you seem to have.
Misunderstanding?
My mother was killed by that vicious ex-niece of mine, and I won't have people like yourself probing around in my private life, trying to prove otherwise.
Auntie Harriet, we both know that Jenny is innocent. I might have taken your word for it once, but not anymore.
What are you talking about? Of course she's guilty. And I won't have you using your fancy legal trickery to get her off. She's guilty and she deserves everything that she gets.
She deserves to be set free. You see, I had a word with Mrs. Hartley's old gardener, George. George gave me some amazing facts. You see, he... By the way, did you know that he's not very fond of you, your husband? I wonder why that is.
George is a stupid old man. My mother should have sacked him years ago. I wouldn't believe a word that he said.
Well, let's hope the jury go along with you. You see, George told me that... Well, he told me things that could make life very difficult for you and yours.
Mr. Simmons, I could see that you're a very loyal and honest worker. But you'll never make your fortune that way. I mean, this office.
Disgusting.
It doesn't have to be that way.
That's life.
How much would it cost for you to forget that you ever saw George?
What are you doing out of the laundry, Flynn?
Looking for Willie. She's been gone for ages. I thought I'd see what the hold-up was.
Well, actually, I was just coming to find out why the kitchen laundry hadn't been picked up.
She should have been there half an hour ago.
You better have a search. You do these dorms and I'll start on the next corridor.
Right. Mrs. Morris, quick!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.